Those who manage to get out of the friend zone and into a committed relationship with the person that friend zoned you. How did you do it? If you're making this post as a means for advice, I'll give you some. As a woman, I'd recommend just getting over it and acting like you're no longer interested anymore. It's disrespectful to do anything other than this, which will absolutely keep you in the friend zone. If he let it go and continued to be my friend as if nothing ever happened, that'd be pretty attractive in my eyes. It's rare. Don't worry if it takes a few months. It would take time, but she might come around. You're welcome. I spent 8 years being best friends with her and making situationally appropriate jabs at her about why we weren't dating. I was always there for her and telling her how pretty she was, supported her in her relationships she had. And she finally came over one night and said, I've been trying to push this down, but I think I have real feelings for you. We broke up and no longer talk. I'm friends with her sister, so I see her from time to time, but it's not like it used to be. Most people who you become friends with will be just your friend. You really need to pursue friendships with that intention. Sometimes those can become more. And it happens naturally when both people realize over time that they're into each other. Calling it the friend zone is immature and puts a negative tone on an otherwise awesome friendship. If you're putting a different name on friendships of the gender S you're attracted to, that's the only problem. Red pill bullshit. There's no such thing as the friend zone. It's a playground excuse for dealing with rejection. People are attracted to what they are attracted to. This can change over time, but the idea you can change someone else's sexual preferences in a proactive way that benefits you is ridiculous, demeaning, and embarrassing. Phrasing it like this implies people are owed sex for time put into a friendship. How can you be okay with that? I regret it. You may too. If you're friend zoned, zone them back and move on. She will come around once she can't use you anymore. I notice a lot of women zone guys but still take up their time. If she's talking to you about her personal life, she is using you for emotional support. Unless she emotionally supports you back, she is draining you of your time, energy, effort. Spend that time finding someone who wants you, like you want her. Trust me. I was persistent. We were in the same friend group in college. I didn't pressure her, but I also didn't pretend that my feelings had changed. Eventually, she gave me a real chance and we dated for a year. It was nice, but I'm not sure she was ever truly in love with me. If I could go back, I wouldn't do it again. On the other side of this, my now fiancé confessed to me. I hadn't known him long enough to feel romantically towards him. We just kept being friends. He wasn't pushy about it. I got to know him and realized we really were to peas in a pod, to nuts in a sack. I'd say just continue being their friend. AFWB situation. It quickly became a boyfriend that wasn't me situation. It became a friend zone when she told her boyfriend that her roommate was a previous FWB and he wanted nothing to do with it. Open and honest communication is key. Express your feelings to your friend in a respectful and sincere manner. Let them know that you value your friendship, but that you also have romantic feelings for them. Most of the people who had this happen probably don't realize the other person just ran through a bunch of other options over time and gave in, and spin it in a more positive way. Escaping the friend zone is like climbing Mount Everest. You've heard of people who've done it, but you don't actually know anyone who has. Reiterate early on in the friendship if you're the male that you don't want it to be anything more than friends, then just wait. Stop being a friend. So she came crawling back at a low point and we hooked up. Shit lay. So I didn't pursue a relationship. Persistence, but I should note that she admitted that the friend zoning was just her deliberately playing hard to get. It's not difficult. You gradually become more and more comfortable with one another and start having sex. Was clear with intent. Don't expect the other person to read your mind. Communication goes a long way. There is no friend zone. You just want to have sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with you. They cheated after a few months. Lesson learned that if they aren't interested, they aren't interested. I did a silly but mesmerizing dance and showed her my collection of shiny blue rocks. Just went for it one day with my hand. Been in a serious relationship ever since. I know what are you trying to do. Just move on. It's best thing you can do.